Hey, Zach here. I want to talk to you about the truth about duplicating with sales funnels. Let me get to the bottom line right away. You can do it, and in fact, it's more duplicatable than traditional network marketing. I just moved in here, that's why there's crap everywhere. Anyway, let's get straight into it. So, first and foremost, duplication comes from people wanting to build the business and they get results doing it. It doesn't come from forcing people to do something they don't want to do. And in fact, duplication is a byproduct of a working system. So if you have a program or a system or something that takes people into it and then essentially runs them through something and spits them out, it should be an exception to the rule if someone doesn't get results if they follow the program. However, I feel that most network marketing, most traditional network marketing at this stage in the game, 2022, it's an exception to the rule if someone follows the program and they get results. That's not good. That's not duplication. So what most people do to duplicate is they're so desperate to hold on to their team. They do crazy stuff to retain their team. There's millions of different qualifiers and this and that. All kinds of funky stuff. Here's the thing. You duplicate by having a working system that people want to be a part of, they want to be a part of, and that they get results doing it. Duplication then comes naturally, not from forcing it. All right? Now, let's talk about why funnels are more duplicatable. I'm going to debunk the whole relationship bullcrap myth and show you exactly this right now. So, here's what most people think, especially old school network marketers. They're, maybe later in life, they built their team one way, maybe in the 80s, 90s, or early 2000s, and they keep on preaching the same message. And honestly, I'm not bashing them because, maybe I'll be like that when I'm older too. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going to be so tight against what worked for me 25 years ago that I'm not willing to adapt. So I'm willing to concede that that's what's going on. Well, that is what's going on. They're afraid of what they don't know. So here's the way recruiting works in traditional network marketing, right? Traditional network marketing is, let's use orange, I guess. Let's use red. We have a lead, right, of some kind. Now, we get the lead, and I'll talk about that in a moment. We get the lead, and now we have to present them information of some kind. So we have some sort of present. All right, so this might be a video, a horrible video most likely. It could be a Zoom call. It could be a hotel meeting. Oh my gosh. It could be all kinds of different things. And then essentially we close that person. So, okay, fine. That's a normal just sales funnel, whatever. Here's where things get wonky. Things get wonky right here, the lead generation process. How do you typically get leads in network marketing traditionally? Well, we stalk friends and family, we stalk Facebook groups, we cold message people, we post and pray, we post pictures of our fake lifestyle or of our, transformation story, like stuff that nobody wants to do. And if you do want to do that, that's great, but most people don't. So you can't duplicate if most people don't want to do it. Case in point, I stalked gas stations for 6 years, in some weird, twisted way, I sort of liked it sometimes. Well, here's the thing though. When I sponsored people, I sponsored a lot of people from gas stations. When I sponsored them, do you know what happened? They didn't want to do it. Imagine that. So that's not that duplicatable when no one wants to freaking do it. Are you kidding me? So here's the difference from a high level with building it with funnels. Okay, it's the same thing. I probably shouldn't have crossed it out. Except for we are going to do this online. So we're going to present, maybe with a video, just not going to be a horrible one. Whatever the case is, and then we're going to close them, right? But we're going to get leads with advertising, which doesn't put our relationships at risk. We can do it at scale. I can reach, as we're talking right now, our ads are probably being seen by this time in the morning, already tens of thousands of people. So that people want to do that. That sounds cool. It sounds sexy. Oh, and I get to make money when they close because of system of growth sales, things like this, enrollment in the MLM. It pays off my ads. I'm good to go. That's duplicatable. Now, that's not my purpose here, okay? You already knew all of that, most likely. Here's what most people get confused about. They think that when I sponsor someone, I'm going to teach them how to run ads. No, I'm not. No. Okay, let's go back to traditional network marketing for a moment. In traditional network marketing, let's say you're building with hotel meetings. It's the easiest example. You're building with hotel meetings right now, and you've got the guy on stage. He is the one at the hotel meeting presenting. He's got 100 people watching him or whatever, right? He's presenting. Let's say I am like the middle guy. Like I'm like the little upline, right? The big upline's there, I'm little upline, and I'm bringing a guest. So I bring a guest to the hotel meeting, and I bring them here, and my big upline is going to present and do the thing, do the song and dance, and set them up for me to close my guy. So let's say my guy gets started. His name is John, and John gets started. John decides to do it. Next week, John's supposed to bring guests to the hotel meeting, right? Okay, am I going to, 1, have John bring a guest to the hotel meeting, or 2, have John be the speaker? I'm not going to have him present to a room of 100 people. No. That's very dumb, because the guy that's speaking to 100 people needs to have a lot of skill. He needs to be pretty darn good to work that room, read the crowd, be able to do the thing, right? That's a very skilled guy to be able to do that. John can't do that. So we say, John, bring a guest. Big upline's going to do the presentation for you. And we're going to both sit here. And he's going to basically sponsor our people. We might have to answer a couple questions, and boom, it's done. So if I sponsor John on Sales Funnel Network Marketing World, do you think I'm going to have him build a freaking funnel? No! That's insane. That's like putting him on stage. I'm not going to do that for months, maybe even years, maybe never ever. I might never have him get on stage and speak to the whole room because he's awful on stage. Or maybe he just never wants to do it. So what do? Well, here's what you do. You, if you're watching this video, you're probably the leader. Sure hope so. Or you want to be. So you build the funnel. You run the ads. And you know what? When you sponsor John, do you know what you do? You allow John to just get into your funnel and buy leads from you. So you generate an overage of leads and you give whatever John wants to John. Yeah, he pays for them. Oh, he's paying for leads. Are you kidding me? How much better is that than stocking a gas station? By the way, does stocking a gas station cost money? Yes, it does. Sure, in gas for your car, which is hilarious right now, but sure in gas for your car, but also in massive opportunity cost. What else could you be doing with 3 or 4 hours extra per night doing something that I can automate with robots? I can literally beat every gas station stalker ever with an ad. And it takes me 0 time to run the ad once I do it. So John's going to buy leads for me. Boom, problem solved. Now all John has to do, get the leads, send them to the presentation. Close it. The end. So all he's going to be focused on is enrolling people, just like traditional network marketing. That's his only job. And in fact, he's probably going to get help from his upline to enroll those people too. So again, we're back to the same general concepts that have proven successful network marketing. We're just applying them in a way that actually makes sense for 2022. Is this making sense? We got a little thing popped up there. So next is now we teach John how to build the funnel. Now we teach John how to build the funnel. We do this when it makes sense. When you teach someone to speak on stage at the hotel meeting, when it makes sense. When it makes sense. When it makes sense. Period. And most of the time, this makes sense after they go full-time. I'm not teaching people. We have full-time people in our business that still don't know how to run an ad or make a funnel. They still don't know because they're still getting leads from us. Am I mad about that? No, I'm not mad about that. Are you mad about having multiple full-time people in your business? If you were building old school and they're just bringing guests to the meeting, you're probably not mad about that. You're probably pretty fine with that. So that's how you duplicate that. Now let's talk about relationships. Okay? Relationships. Now, doing what we do, I hear about big network marketing events where, big upline that are scared out of their mind of the future bash funnels because you can't build relationships. Listen, regarding relationships, they're correct. You can't build network marketing without relationships, but they're also very, very wrong. So, is it true that you need relationships to build and succeed long-term network marketing? Yes, it's true. It's absolutely true. That's why you see online marketers, I'm not going to name any names, but you can probably think of a few. There have been big online marketers that have been good at online marketing, and then they come into network marketing and build an offer, they make a bunch of money, they become a top earner in the company, and then the team falls apart. This has happened over and over and over again, by the way. And then sometimes what they like to do is just go off and teach network marketing instead of actually build network marketing, but that's besides the point. Either way, why did they fail? They failed because they didn't build relationships. They were really good at acquiring reps, at acquiring customers, but they didn't understand what truly holds network marketing together, and that is, in fact, relationships. It's true. Here's where the ancient, Gandalf old upline have it wrong. You don't need to build a relationship with a prospect. You can already heal it. Okay, let me just make this really clear. If I was to canvass a neighborhood and, for my lawn mowing business, and I'm going to go in and pass out flyers for my lawn care business, and I go around and I canvass the neighborhood, I knock on doors, I'm going to pass out flyers. Well, that's all I'm doing is passing out flyers, right? And then when someone calls me to talk about what I can do for them, now I might try to build the relationship a little bit, right? Because I'm like, ooh, I got a hot one on the line, yeah. So what I'm gonna try to do is build a relationship, build rapport, close the deal, and then build a relationship even further so that they don't leave me, right? But what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna knock on the door and they open the door and I've got my flyer. I'm like, hey, here's your flyer about my lawn care business. By the way, would you like to have dinner right now? I would like to build a relationship with you. That would be insane. That would be idiotic. That is what people, old network marketing upline, are saying, well, you can't build a relationship. What they're saying is you need to stalk people. No, you don't. You don't need to build a relationship with a prospect. They're freaking prospects. You know what I do? I build a relationship past the ad and past the presentation. That's when I start caring about a relationship. Why in the world would I care about having dinner with the guy I knocked on the door with? Well, I didn't mean to actually, kind of flicked it off. I meant to knock. Anyway, why would I care? That is so dumb. Because number one, that person is completely unknown if they're qualified or not for my business. It's totally unknown. They could be the biggest moron in the world, and I'm going to have dinner with that person. Insane. Very, very bad idea. So what I'm going to do is spread the ad to as many people in my target audience as I possibly can. Once they opt in, see the presentation, now I start building relationship. And when they get in the business, when they actually enroll, that's really when I start building a relationship. Well, you got to build relationships with your prospects because you never know when something can change in their life. Oh, buddy, I'm really glad you brought that up because, in fact, traditional network marketing is really, really bad at that exact thing, aren't they? Let me give you an example. When I was stocking gas stations for 6 years of my life, I had about, at least 2,500 numbers that are still in my phone. I don't know how many I got rid of, but 2,500 numbers in my phone still to this day from those gas station stocking sessions. Okay, let's just say it was 2,500 for the sake of conversation. It's probably way more than that, but 2,500 people. Okay, cool. How many of those 2,500 people do you think remembered my name and what I did for business in year number 6? Right about none of them. Just the ones that I met the last week. Imagine that. So I've never really heard traditional network marketing actually teaching good follow-up skills. By the way, how are you going to follow up with 2,500 people if you don't employ intelligent marketing tactics? You're not. I remember being so pissed when I realized this because I was like, I've wasted 6 years and no one knows my name. No one remembers what I do. Nothing. So what we do with this, what we combine with this, we combine the ability to follow up perpetually until someone wants to join us. Nowadays, we can have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of prospects that have opted in to our funnels. They've opted in. They want information from us. You know how many people close on the first go around? A couple percent at best. A couple percent of all the people that opt in. Well, Zark, that sounds like a low closer. I close 90%. You're a moron. I can get to 100,000 people today. 100,000 people at 2%. What is that? That's 2,000 people. I would rather close 2% of 100,000 people than 90% of 10. So, what I'm going to do with my, it's called a list, with my list of prospects, what I'm going to do is, first of all, when they come into my funnel, I'm going to have them go through an automated sequence that's going to warm them up to me. I'm going to close a certain percentage of those people right off of those initial weeks. But most of them are not going to close. So what am I going to do now? What I'm going to do now is, for the rest of time until they opt out or die, I'm going to send them follow-up material forever. I'm going to send them an email every couple days. I'm going to send them a text every couple weeks. And I'm going to give them things that are valuable to them in their life based on what I know about them. So if these people want to build an extra income from home, I'm going to send them information about that. If they're already in network marketing, I'm going to send them information about that. And I'm going to send them this information forever. Do you know how many people remember our name compared to year number 6 of gas station stalking? Infinitely more. And you know what? Some of our best people followed us for 2 to 3 years. They bought something from our funnels 2 to 3 years prior, and they just watched. They weren't ready. They weren't ready. But you know what? I was sending out an email to, at first it was a couple hundred people. Then it was 1,000 people. Then 2,000, then 3,000, 4,000, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You get the picture. Sending a text every now and then. And every once in a while, I'd put out a promo. I'd put out something like, hey, I'm looking for a few more people. Boom, boom, boom. And do you know what happens? People clamored. They clamored. They jump in still to this day. You do that every a couple times a year. You run a promotion of some kind. Hey, I'm looking for a few people to join my team. It's like you can't contain it. So I think I've successfully debunked the whole relationship thing. You need to build relationships with your people. You absolutely need to. But you have to go about it in the right way. And there's no sense in building relationships with prospects. And it's a way better thing to have a marketing system in place to build relationships with your prospects one to many, so when they're ready, they come and you're ready. So hopefully this helps you guys. If you found value in this video, do me a favor, go down below, hit the like button, comment what you learned, and with that, we'll see you guys in the next video. Talk soon.